Hello and welcome back to some more Tears of the Kingdom. So last time, I think we ended off... Yeah, we ended off getting some more stamina. And I don't remember what it was I was planning on doing next. Wow, we have a million... Oh, these are... Yeah, we don't have any shrine quests at the moment. Side adventures, which are different from side quests. One second. Didn't I take a picture of one? Yes, I did. But maybe it has to be a specific one. Let's go check it out. Oh. Yeah, I meant all. Yeah, no, I was... Yeah, okay. Where... Here you are. The sun's so high right now. Did you come back because you're interested in the skeletal horses too? Folks say they appear night after night near the Sandden Park ruins up the road north of here. Are they the... Yeah. This is the same conversation. Man. Oh, he probably wants to physically meet one, not just see a picture. I think this is the Sandden Park ruins, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, I tried to use my Elden Ring shortcut for summoning my horse. A Dig Dog Bridge. At Dig Dog. Well, let's go to Sanadine Park ruins. We need to. I need to go this way. I was gonna try and rest until night, but no, wrong button. Yeah, I can't remember where Dig Dog Bridge is, to be frank. More fire fruits. One hollow bridge. I don't think this said what the name of it was before. Maybe I have to ride across the bridges before I can know what they're called. Or, I mean, visit the bridges. Okay. That wasn't intentional, but I'll take it. Whoa. That's something. Okay, it's fine, horse. Stop freaking out. Stop freaking out. This should be it. Yes. I did remember correctly. This is where you find... Well, that's where you find that horse in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, okay. Now I just need to get back before daylight, which shouldn't be a problem. It's really unfortunate because this horse controls really well. It's like one of the smoothest horses I have ridden. However, I definitely can't register it because of daylight. At least I'm 90% sure. Let's fulfill the quest and then we can check. Yeah, this is so smooth. Is that the skeletal horse? I can't believe it really exists. Hey, Precious, if you're lonely on your own, would you like to stay with me? Are you? Wow. Are you so? I see. You already have plenty of friends. Thank you, traveler. I can scarcely believe my own eyes. You know, if I thought this beauty was alone in the world, I'd try to take care of it myself. But it seems like it has friends somewhere deep and dark, so I'm not worried. Now take this, it's the least I can do. Oh, and one more thing. Here's one pony point for your trouble. Oh, nice. That I've now seen Say, have you ever tamed any other animals, ones that aren't horses? When I was young, I tried to tame forest animals like bears and deer, but I was thrown off. Wasn't flying, in fact. I wonder if it's possible to tame anything besides horses. Wouldn't that be amazing? If someone rode up on a creature other than a horse, then I'd have really seen everything.
Hi.
Yeah, you can't register a style horse. Yeah, you have mentioned it. I might be able to go get that horse.
Ah.
Oh yeah. Reward.
Ah. Ooh.
Yay!
Ah.
Night saddle and bridle. Okay.
Hi.
Yay.
Yup.
Horse guards request. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can figure out what that's about. Maybe if I glide onto it. I don't know if I can. No. I guess that's a no. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping. Hmm. Seek the crystal connected to the beam and offer it at the shrine. Okay. Seek the crystal. Story Mountain Foothill Cave. Why are you moving? Okay, I wasn't expecting it to do that, but... One second. No, no. Oh. Well. Okay. Balm flower. Ooh, hardy truffle. Let's put... I should really put food markers anywhere I find hardy food, because hardy food is a lot more rare in this game. It's not yet to the point where it's super useful, but especially when I start getting more hearts. Oh yeah, I changed the marker to a pin and the pin disappeared, so I don't need to worry about that. Oh, I already had one. I didn't need to do that. Okay. What am I doing? Story Mountain Foothill Cave it's not marked as complete. It's not marked as complete. Let's go back in. Also, instead of putting this here, let's put this here. I just don't want to end up going to the top of the mountain being like, why did I mark this? There's something up here. Let's move this actually. Here's something. Okay, now it's marked as complete. Thick stick. Okay. Dig dog, you say. I I am not 100% sure where that's at. Let's try going here and then. Oh. This doesn't look like a massive Zonai ruined place. Okay, this is Dig Dog. Okay, where's...
Ah.
Hey buddy, if you're going to Gerudo Canyon over the suspension bridge, you'd better be careful. I used to have a stable in the canyon, but ever since the upheaval sent the weather all screwy, horses hate the place. No horses meant no travelers, meant no business for my stable. I was ruined. I had no choice but to relocate and open a mini stable over here. Wait. Yeah, but... I mean, anyone who's wanting to take horses over to, like, the Gerudo Desert, they can't. But boy, do I miss the old spot. Still got both your ears, or did I talk 'em off? Or did I talk one of them off? Anyway, let me know your name so I can confirm that you're a stable member.
Oh.
Your name is Link, you say? You're on the stable member list. Here, I'll give you 1 point to commemorate your first visit to my humble stable. Cool.
Ah.
What brings you here? This regular stable. Happy to help you register, board, or take out a horse.
Ah. Oh.
Right. Oh, the survey. Let's just switch into Link clothes. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Goosebump. Good day.
Oh.
Oh, might you be a traveler? I'm camping here so I can investigate the giant ruins that fell at the entrance to Gerudo Canyon, just up ahead. Giant ruins?
Ha.
Rubble and ruins have been falling all over since the upheaval, but the ruins at the border are particularly immense. We've set up this camp so that we can carry out a full investigation of that site. This area has a very harsh environment, but we make interesting discoveries every day, so it's worth it.
Oh.
If you like the unique ruins up ahead, you might also be interested in visiting Kakariko Village off to the east. The various ruins there are fascinating, definitely worth your time. Was there anything else, Gerudo Canyon?
Oh.
Gerudo Canyon is a huge canyon to the south, leads to Gerudo Desert, where you would find Gerudo Town. However, lately the days in Gerudo Canyon have been blisteringly hot, and the nights have been absolutely freezing. You'll collapse before long if you aren't prepared to deal with the extreme weather. For example, I've been maintaining a careful diet to help me deal with these extreme temperatures. If you want to know more, chat with the girl in that tent over there. She should be able to answer any questions you have.
Oh.
You should keep an eye out for other investigators or travelers. If you're going to pass through Gerudo Canyon, you may find others with useful information to share. Ah. Let's see, what would be good lunch today? Everyone relies on my cooking to get them through the day after all. Oh, I haven't seen you before. I don't think. Are you here because you've heard about me? Wow, I can't talk. Well, it's all true. I'm the one in charge of keeping the members of the researching team healthy and happy. And I figured out the secret to keeping them energized. Want to know what it is? Absolutely. Of course you do, and I'll tell you. It's all about what they eat. When it's hot outside, you should cook up meals using chill shrooms. When it's cold, substitute sun shrooms instead. It's amazing how well the body can hold up to high or low temperatures if you've used the right ingredients. Well, want to try it for yourself? I'm sure you do. Feel free to use this pot. Cool. Okay, I think what I want to do switch over to that. I should try and or wait, can I not upgrade those? I think I might not have been able to upgrade those. Staying warm when it's cold is easier than staying cool when it's hot. So
Yeah.
good evening. Pardon me. I was a bit absorbed in my thoughts. What an unusual relic. And look, there's something inside. I believe this device is meant for some special purpose, but as for what that may be, who knows?
Oh.
Similar devices have been found in Kakariko Village to the east and Terrytown to the northeast. I want to unlock this gizmo's secrets before the researchers in those other places do. I must. You look like you need sleep.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
Oh. Sorry if I seem disappointed. I just thought our friends might have returned. We got separated from 3 of our friends on the road in Gerudo Canyon. One of them has come back, but the other 2 are still out there somewhere. The longer they're gone, the more worried I get. What if they're lost? Or hurt?
Oh,
They're experienced travelers. I'm sure they'll be fine. They probably stopped to rest in a cave or under some shade along the road, since the canyon gets so hot during the day. Not to say they'll travel faster at night. It gets so cold they might have to start a fire to keep from freezing. But they'll be back in due time. We just have to be patient.
Oh.
I hope you're right.
Hey.
Hey, you're here mighty late. I was just thinking about you. I've got to thank you for your help back in the canyon. That spicy pepper warmed my heart and my everything else. I owe you one, really. I'll never forget what you did for me. Which reminds me, old Giro and our bodyguard, Buttrick, still haven't come back. They might be in trouble. Giro was grousing an awful lot about the heat. Maybe he went to cool off by the river? And Bottrick scares so easily. I wouldn't be surprised if he skittered into a cave at the first sign of a monster. One of the most likely places to find monsters. I hope they're okay. Yeah, he'll never forget what I did for him. I, on the other hand, have definitely forgot what I did for him.
Oh.
Good evening. It's dark out, so mind where you're walking.
Oh.
Are you here to help us with our investigation of these ruins? Thanks to the extreme temperatures around here, we're only able to work a little bit at a time. The nights are so cold that, without a fire, you'd freeze solid, and the days just so hot. Really, the only thing to look forward to is Fenland's cooking. Her meals fill me up with enough energy to forget about the temperature. It must be some kind of secret recipe. Well, she hasn't really kept secrets. You just ask her. She told me, a total stranger, so I'm sure she'd tell you. What is the deal? Uh, I, mm. Wait, there's something up there. Hmm. Am I supposed to have found anything here? They made a pretty big deal out of these ruins. It would be a shame if there was just like Nothing really to them. I didn't need to climb up slowly. Any of these things movable? It almost looks like it's supposed to be a puzzle. Guess not. Careful out there. Yeah. Let's wait until the beginning of night again. There's been some abnormal weather beyond this point. Blazing heat during the day, freezing cold at night. It's dangerous to be in the area, though you can take some precautions to prepare yourself. To that end, I'm going to ask you a few questions to make sure you can handle yourself. If you aren't able to answer my questions, I will not let you pass. I mean, I could get past, though. Well, ready? Sure. Okay, then let's get started. Question number 1. How can you best warm up when it's cold? Correct, but the first question is the easiest one. The second question is a bit more difficult, so pay attention. When it's very hot out, where should you go to cool off? A nice shady spot. That's exactly right. I'm glad you appear to have some survival skills. By the way, dousing yourself in water would also be a good way to cool off in the blazing heat. Keep that in mind. Okay, question number 3 is very important and more difficult than the last two. What cooking ingredients is effective at fending off high temperatures? Yes. Many have had trouble with that question. I mean, makes sense. You might think, oh, I need to deal with the sun. I need the sun shroom. You might think that. I could see that. Last question. Where in Gerudo Canyon could you go to avoid being affected by the extreme temperatures day or night? Into a cave. Alright, you pass. With so much knowledge at your disposal, I'm sure you'll be fine out there. Oh, and you can take this with you too. If you cook with this, you can stay warm for a while even at night. Anyway, you can head on through. Take care. Anyway, we need to look for... a cave. Probably not. Do you? Do you? I really hate that. Yeah, no, you need to reach your friend. Okay, I need to stop doing that. That was more than enough. At least it wasn't a super complicated one. I guess I could have used those to do it as well. Ah, well. Cool. Yeah. I should have just brought my horse.
Oh!
Good morning. What does the Gerudo say in their language? Savota. I just wanted to try saying it.
Oh!
The cliffs around here are so high, I'll have to take the long way around. I wish I had wings like the Rito do, then it'd be so easy to just fly over the cliffs then. Oh, yeah, it'd be so easy to just fly over the cliffs then. Let's, I guess we're good. Maybe. I almost just walked off. Good heavens to Betsy. Yeah, if I need some extra cash, I'll know where to find it. Huh. Why is this marked with a quest icon? Worth it? Also worth it? Can you please switch? More Horblin guts. Claymore spear. What? Yeah, that's the wrong button. Okay. Why did I mark that spot? I'm... Okay, yeah, I'm unclear exactly what I'm looking for. We can go up here and then drop down again. Delete that. Hmm. Right. I came down there and barely made it out alive. What can I do? As you can see, my husband is too sick to move. I'm caring for him here. This is my fault. I wanted the two of us to have a wedding adventure. That has now proved to be unwise. He has a weak constitution by nature. Once before he collapsed from illness, a kind traveler helped me treat him then. I've since pushed myself to know the ways of medicine. It was only a matter of time before he would need more help. The return of my husband's illness is my fault, but I know what it will take to heal him this time. A medicine made from gliok guts. A gliok is a horrible creature that flaps across the sky using huge wings. I know there's one that flies over Gerudo Canyon, but attacking it would be difficult. I will need to prepare somehow. Gliok. I'm thinking Aracuda. Yeah, I'm not sure what a Gleok is, honestly. I'm gonna head over to the purple mark, and if I see something flying, well, I see the dragon. I don't suppose that's a Gleok. That is the Gleok. Oh, shoot. I really need, like, heat resistant gear. Wow, you take no damage. That was insane. I don't know how you take that down. It must have a weak spot. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hold off on that for a bit. Can we just... Oh my gosh. Upward and forward. Gotcha. Keep forgetting I have that. Well, that was unfortunate. Wow, that was good. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, I see. Oh, right. No? No. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking I needed to flip myself up onto this somehow. But once again, I was way overthinking it. It was definitely a red herring. Okay. Yeah, I really need to get clothes that will help me deal with the heat. Sorry, pardon me. I'm gonna head over to Gerudo city. It's you. The nights are cruel in this region. If you don't light a fire, the cold will sap your strength away. I've painted many landscapes in my life. That tiny island floating in the distance may be the most mysterious of all. What are the... Okay, yeah. Right. Let's go. Here first. pat yourself on the back for making it here. That's no mean feat. Traveling in the desert is really tough. Take one step off the road and you'll be up to your knees in sand. If you plan on walking slow. Honestly, it almost makes me wish I'd thought ahead and borrowed a sand seal right at the start. But I swore to myself that I was going to take this investigation one step at a time, and I meant that literally. Okay. So it seems like a random thing to promise, but...
Saba Saba.
Another Hylian, huh? I commend you and those merchants for making it here under these abnormal conditions, but the area south of Karakara Bazaar is covered by a sand shroud right now, so visibility is extremely low. Then there are the eyewitness reports of strange monsters. I won't think any less of you if you call off your trip here. Besides, this oasis is under the protection of us Gerudo soldiers, so you know it's a safe place to rest and relax. Okay, let's grab this real fast. Huh. And we can talk to the other people here.
Oh,
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Those rations are for the soldiers. The sand shroud is wreaking havoc on our supply of provisions right now. Sorry, but if you need something, check the shop.
Saba.
That was close. If others heard me, they'd definitely chew me out for using slang on duty. My mentor has entrusted me with decorating a weapon in a stylish way. She told me to make it sparkle, and that it must radiate burning passion. But I don't know what she's talking about. She's got an allergy to monsters too, so that means monster parts are off limits. If I just had a weapon I could use as a reference for where to start, that would help a lot. That you could use as a reference. Sparkle and radiate with burning passion, but I don't know what to do. What about this? Hold on, give me a moment to study this weapon.
Oh.
Ah, so if you attach a ruby like this,
Huh.
that sparkle, and the weapon positively radiates with burning passion. Even I can make something like this, and it will certainly please my mentor. Sorry for showing me such a inspiring decoration. Please take this.
Oh.
It's the material I would recommend for decorating weapons. Normally, I wouldn't recommend going out into the desert at this hour. There are usually quite a few monsters around. However, if you want to test the strength of a weapon you've added something to, now is the perfect time.
Saba Saba.
You're an unfamiliar face. Are you a member of that caravan squad heading to Gerudo Town? Gerudo Town?
Oh.
Gerudo Town is to the southwest of here. It's the biggest town in the region. That said, the laws of the Gerudo forbid Vo men from entering the town. Though Vo or not, under this terrible sand shroud, it would take a near miracle to reach the town in the first place. I recommend you follow the example of the Vo of the caravan squad and give up on trying for now. Caravan squad? They're a group of Hylian merchants. It's not as though they can do business in the sand shroud, so they're helping out by guarding the entrance here. It's clear their plan is to gain access to Gerudo Town by getting into our good graces. But our law about Vo is absolute. We couldn't let them in if we wanted to.
Oh.
Well, in any case, the sand shroud is particularly harsh for you Hylians, so you should probably stay here.
Hey. Vasak.
I sell one of the latest fashion crazes straight from Gerudo town. If you're after the Desert Vo headband, you've come to the right place. It used to be hard for Vo to get their hands on it. Not only is it what I sell a fashionable oh, not only is what I sell a fashionable choice, it's also great at staving off the desert heat. And even if you've already got one, why settle for just that one when you could get another in a different color? Gladly. Take as much time as you need.
Ah.
Different color? Using dye to change the color of clothes is a big thing with young Vi traveling around Hyrule. If you're interested, there's a store in Hateno Village in the eastern edge of Hyrule, the Kochi Dye Shop. Hateno Village used to be a quiet, peaceful little town, you know. But now it's a tourist hotspot. Some folks consider it the center for all things fashionable.
Ah.
Anything else you need? Maybe later. The headband is the last one I have, you know. If you buy it, I'll tell you a super special secret that even most Gerudo don't know. That sounds interesting. Yeah, I mean, most... Well, I guess there are a lot of Gerudo that have dyed their clothes. But usually the blue is pretty... Heat resistance. I will definitely take that.
Vasak.
It's a must-have for any fashionable Vo that's trying to live that hot desert life.
Ah.
That headband is the last one I have, you know. If you buy it, yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. Heat resistance for sure. Worth it. Sark, since you were kind enough to buy the last one, I'll keep my promise and tell you that secret. The headband you just bought is only one part of the Desert Vo series. There's also a spalder and trousers. But you have to go to a special place to get them. Have you heard of the store Fashion Passion in Gerudo Town? Well, the secret shop is located behind that store. Oh, now that I think about it, Vo aren't allowed in Gerudo Town. Forget I said anything. Okay. Well, let me write that down. One sec. Secret store behind Fashion Passion in Gerudo Town. Cool.
Ah. Vasak.
A journey through the desert is dangerous, and a fully stocked pouch is the best defense. By the way, the counter in the back is the front desk for the inn, just in case you want to rest up before your travels. Wait, where's the inn?
Ah.
Sorry, it's pretty far back there, so it's kind of hard to see. The counter back there is the front desk. Oh dear, she's back to her book again. I'm very sorry. I've told her a million times not to read when we have customers. Before we switched jobs, I used to have her working this general store, but well, she's a little, how do I put this, quiet and sociable? Customers are rare enough as it is. We don't need her attitude driving them away. Oh my gosh, shut up. I personally think customers should be welcomed with a smile when they walk in, so I'm filling the role of greeter now. Okay.
Ah.
Oh dear, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, is there anything else you need? The oasis is safe because of the guards, but be careful if you leave it, okay? You're a traveler, right? Do you know what happened? Do you know anything about Lurelin Village? Lurelin Village? Yes, I do. If you haven't even heard of it, I can't expect you to know its fate. Lurelin Village is on Hyrule's southeastern coast. It's a small fishing town. I used to run an inn there until a gang of pirates descended upon us. I fled all this way with nothing but clothes on my back. What do I find here? A terrible sand shroud and mysterious monsters lurking about. I don't know what to do with myself now. Three big ideas. I think I've read this somewhere else. Falling shrines. I think there's another book about this. I might just be completely imagining it, but no, I'm pretty sure there was a book about this in Kakariko Village. Yes, no, I've definitely read this before, I swear. Okay.
Ah.
Okay, is that an updraft I can use?
Hey!
That was perfect. Okay, if I do say so myself. I don't think I've seen you around here before. Good on you for saying hello. Who are we? We're the first men who will officially do business with the Gerudo, the Vo Caravan Squad. If you too want to go to Gerudo Town, you would do well to make friends with us. Vo Caravan Squad? We're a group of merchants and friends who have long dreamed of doing business in Gerudo Town. Oh, and Vo's the Gerudo word for man. Vo's the word to know. If you don't understand at least one word in their language, the Gerudo will never accept you. And we should know, we've spent years here trying to curry favor with them in any way we could. They've finally entrusted us with protecting the western entrance to Karakara Bazaar. I've lost count of the number of times I've been swatted with the flat of a guard's spear. They mistake me for some lowly opportunist. Gerudo Town? Gerudo Town is located straight out of this gate. It's a town made by Gerudo for Gerudo, which means it's full of Gerudo. And to us, that means it's a utopia. Captain, not so loud. We're going to give the Gerudo a bad impression of us. Sorry, Robson, it just slipped out. Anyway, the Gerudo have a law forbidding males from entering the town. Keeping us shut out only makes us all the more curious, though. I mean, that's just common sense. We were hoping to raise the Vo Caravan Squad's likability by gallantly rescuing the Gerudo ladies from the Sand Shroud, but the Sand Shroud doesn't just block our vision, it confuses our compasses too. We got lost in about 5 seconds. In the end, it was the Gerudo ladies who ended up gallantly rescuing us. Still, maybe if we prove our muster as Greek guards, the Gerudo town will make an exception and welcome us as heroes. Doubt it. I freaking stopped the divine beast from destroying their town, and they still didn't. Get a load of this orb. Seems really old and really expensive, don't you think? I hear there's someone in Gerudo Town who's investigating all these ancient whatchamacallits. So once I get into town, I'm planning on finding somebody who knows their stuff about this stuff. Oh. You do know the Sand Shroud makes compasses stop working, right? You're not really thinking about trying to push your way through it, are you? It's even more dangerous right now. in the cold of the night. Just don't do it. It took years and years of regular visits, but we finally started to convince the Gerudo that they can depend on us. So please, I'm begging you, don't ruin it by causing any trouble or being reckless. Okay. Well, I think this is a good place to leave off. It's been going for a while. We've been going for a while. When we come back next time, what I want to do is get this shrine. Then that looks like maybe we might be able to use an updraft to get over there. Bypass the shroud. And also, once it's daytime, we should talk to the Rito dude over there. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.